Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So when the Kaliyuga was about to begin, in fact Kaliyuga began, and there were many sages who were really tensed. Many thousands of sages, very tensed. And their entire tension was how these Kaliyuga beings will get delivered. There are no hopes for these people. So they all came together in a place called Naimisharanya. A very nice place, it's still there in the north, Naimisharanya. They all came together for a meeting. And all of them, they were headed by one personality, and his name was Shaunaka Rishi. So Shaunaka Rishi and all the other great sages, they were all there. And all of them, they had only one discussion, one topic for discussion. How to help the Kaliyuga Jivas to advance in spiritual life. लेकिन किसी को समझ नहीं आ रहा था एक्चुअली करना क्या है. Then there came a personality whose name was Suta Goswami. Now Suta Goswami, for your information, he was present in that epic discussion on the banks of Ganga in Haridwar. The epic discussion between Shukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. As all of us know, Parikshit Maharaj had got a curse. What was the curse? Yes, 7 दिन में death हो जाएगी. In 7 days you will die. Who will come to kill? Snake. Takshak. Takshak, very nice. A bird snake called Takshak. So when Parikshit Maharaj gave up his entire kingdom and he sat on the banks of Ganga to prepare and to teach all of us art of dying. At that time, Shukadeva Goswami enters there. And then he enlightens Parikshit Maharaj. So just think about it, try to comprehend. A person is about to die. Not an ordinary person. Huh? I'm not talking about an ordinary person of this Kaliyuga. I'm talking about Parikshit Maharaj, Raja Rishi, who was leading the entire world at that time, and everyone knew about him. Even when there was no WhatsApp and Telegram and this and that, still everyone got to know that he's going to leave the body in 7 days. And sages and rishis and great kings from all over the universe, they came just to witness the great epic history that is going to take place. That is Parikshit Maharaj leaving the body and going back home, back to Godhead. So when everyone came there, Parikshit Maharaj is asking the question, what am I supposed to do now? I'm going to die now. So what am I supposed to do? So at that time, all the sages, they were also in a fix. They were saying, you should do this, you should do that. And Parikshit Maharaj was the grandson of Arjun. So he's a grandson of Pandavas. He himself is a Pandava. Abhimanyu's son, absolutely correct. Abhimanyu's son. So when he was sitting on the banks of Ganga, there came a very eminent personality, effulgent. He entered that entire arena where everyone got up. Except for 2 personalities, Vyasadeva and Narada Muni. Because Vyasadev's son was that person and Narada Muni is the spiritual master of Vyasadeva. So वो दोनों सोचे कि it's not proper if we get up for him. So who was that personality? Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami. And then Shukadeva Goswami is sitting in front of Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj is paying Dandavat. Guru Maharaj, मरने वाला हूँ मैं, बताइए करना क्या है? What am I supposed to do? And at that time, Shukadeva Goswami starts speaking Srimad Bhagavatam. In that entire assembly of thousands of sages, there was one personality who was sitting, his name was Suta Goswami. He heard the entire discussion. He heard the entire intense discussion. It was not an ordinary discussion, it was an intense discussion. He heard it with rapt attention. And since he was the recipient of the mercy of Shukadeva Goswami in that entire assembly, he was given a high position in Naimisharanya. When Kaliyuga began, this position was given to him And all the sages there in Naimisharanya, they said, you were there in that discussion. You have heard that discussion. You can actually enlighten about that discussion. Please help us out. And they start asking various questions. They asked 6 questions. And the first question was a very, very important question. The first question that they asked was, what is the absolute and ultimate good for people in general in the age of Kali? सबसे best चीज क्या है बताओ? Now Suta Goswami might say, तुम लोग पढ़ लो, read Shastra and try to understand yourself. Expecting such an answer from Suta Goswami, before Suta Goswami spoke, Shaunaka Rishi, who was heading the other sages in Naimisharanya, he started speaking and he said, Kaliyug Jeev nahi pad sakte. They don't have enough qualification. They have amazing qualities. And he enlists amazing qualities of people in the age of Kali. And today's discussion is only this. What are the qualities of people in the age of Kali? So this comes in first canto, first chapter, shloka number 10. prāyeṇālpāyuṣaḥ sabhya kalāv asmin yuge janāḥ sumanda-matayo manda-bhāgyā upadrutāḥ. So here there are total 5 qualities of people in the age of Kali that is mentioned. Now see, Shaunaka Rishi is telling these qualities to Suta Goswami to convince him, हम नहीं पढ़ सकते सब कुछ, आप बताइए. What is the best thing? What is the absolute thing that we are supposed to do? You tell. And then he starts speaking. So we are going to remember these 5. We'll have quiz every now and then. Sanskrit words you have to remember. Okay. First one. अल्पायुषः. अभी इसका मतलब क्या है? अल्प means थोड़ा. आयुष, age. So the first quality of people in the age of Kali is they are short-lived. They are very short-lived. Yes, relatively, yes. पहले ऐसे कहा जाता था. Before people would say the max duration of life the people in the age of Kali have is 100. For your information, in 4 yugas, starting with Satyuga, people would live for 1 lakh years. Then 10 down. In Treta Yuga, it was 10,000 years. 10 down. In Dwapara Yuga, it was 1,000 years. And finally, in the age of Kali, 10 down and it's 100. I just pray that another 0 does not come down. But in 12th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, when Shukadeva Goswami is telling the prophecy of the age of Kali, he's telling, he's foretelling. So he made a very strong statement and he says, Trimshad Vimshati Varshani Paramayuhu Kalau Nranam. So Trimshad is 30. Vimshati plus 20 is 50. He says that in the age of Kali, the maximum duration of people will be, आगे चलते चलते, 50 only. Therefore, when people tell their age above 60, I just pay the notes to them. पता नहीं हम touch कर पाएंगे कि नहीं. Please accept my obeisances. So we have many senior citizens here sitting. It's a great thing. But आगे चलते चलते 50 will be a big number. 50 will be a big number. A person who crosses 30, that person will be called as very old. Very old. Senior citizen. Senior citizen, absolutely correct. Senior citizen. See, in this way, the lifespan of people in the age of Kaliyuga is very less. So why this word is used? Alpayu, why this word is used? So Shaunaka Rishi is telling Suta Goswami, time hi nahi hai. Where will sit and study Shastra? See, first quality is we don't have enough time. So, Suta Goswami, you only tell what is the absolute good for people in general. That's how he starts the shloka. Prāyeṇā, almost alpāyuhu, everyone in the age of Kali has got very less lifespan. Prāyeṇālpāyuṣaḥ sabhya. So, sabhya word is used for Suta Goswami. And here Shaunaka Rishi is saying sabhya. You have attended many sabhas, no? Shaunaka Rishi, you attended, Sutta Goswami, you attended many sabhas in the age of Kali. So you might have seen so many people around. So you might know prāyeṇālpāyuṣaḥ sabhya kalāv asmin yuge janāḥ. In Kaliyuga, people have very short span of life. You might know it already. This is the point that Shaunaka Rishi is making to Sutta Goswami. This is how the entire thing starts. We'll have some practical discussion also on this point. First and foremost, why is it that lifespan of people is reducing? I'll read out 4 points from Prabhupada's purport, and I would request you all to add some points and highlight, about these 4 points. 4 points which Prabhupada gives that why in the age of Kali the lifespan is decreasing. He says that the vital energy of people is sapped in the 4 activities, he says. First one, overeating. Second one, over sense gratification. Third one, over dependence on others' mercy. And fourth one, artificial standards of living. So I would request all of you, look at these points, ekdam like bullets. Prabhupada will not beat around the bush. Ekdam cut to cut, clear ekdam. So overeating, any comments on overeating? Yeah. Yes. In fact, it is said, people in this world, the number of people who die out of starvation are much lesser than the people who die out of overeating. See, when it comes to any doctor, say any issue is there and you go to a doctor, they will give restriction on food first. Ye mat khao, ye mat khao, ye mat khao. Ye khao. Aajkal to kisi peene bolte, soup piyo. You see? So, if many of the problem that comes in the body is because of overeating, and lifespan reduces because of that. Second point, over sense gratification. Any examples you all want to give about over sense gratification?
All addictions.
Okay, all addictions, very nice.
Indulgence, sexual activity.
Indulgence in sexual activity, yes. Illicit sex.
TV viewing.
TV, yes. Phone, see, phone. Recently I heard in, I think West they call it as a digital cigarette. The mobile is called as digital cigarette.
Digital detox. There is a concept called digital
detox, yes. So that's over sense gratification. Any other examples you all want to give? So illicit sex is one. Unrestricted sex life. Naturally it's given in Shastra, it reduces the lifespan of the person. And then nowadays this television and the mobile and this and that. We'll come back to these two again, another point which we'll make. Any other thing? Over sense gratification. Over parties. In fact, party nahi karna chahiye. But over parties, yes. Intoxication. All materialistic activities. Atmospheric pollution. But yeah, obviously because of over sense gratification that gets created, accepted. So in this way, the first thing is this, over sense gratification. So overeating, over sense gratification. Third thing, ये थोड़ा मुझे explanation दीजिए आप लोग. Over dependence on others' mercy. That also reduces one's lifespan. Why? What is that?
When your expectations are not met, you get tense.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. So your expectation when they are not met, you are tensed.
Expectation from others, not.
That's what, expectation from others. Yes, yes. What else?
You don't use your body enough.
Amazing. You're completely dependent on other person. Tu hi sab karke de. And then we don't utilize the resource that is given to us, that is this body properly.
I am not enough.
What is that?
I am not enough. You see, that's the concept that I am not enough. I don't have enough to, live a good life. So
I have to depend on others. Yes, absolutely.
Comparison, jealousy. जो भी है मतलब मेरे पास वो सब नहीं है, मुझे दूसरे से चाहिए.
Correct. Self-pity. So in
online shopping.
Okay.
Dependent on.
Yes.
You don't exercise.
Yes. Recently what happened is, this was last Sunday. So one of our students, he attended our class and then he goes back to his place and he finds his cousin hanging from the fan. Can you imagine that? He attended my class, that the boy, and then he goes and he finds his cousin hanging from the fan because no one was opening the door. They broke open the window, it seems. They saw that and he's hanging from the fan. And then I was asking, what's the reason? It seems he was into betting. and then he got a lot of debt, and because of that, he thought, no, I cannot do anything. He just hanged himself. Can you imagine? And what was his age? 26.
Very common.
So the point is very, very important here, that over dependence on others' mercy. You just want the things to be done by others. Easily हो जाना चाहिए सब. Easily हो जाना चाहिए. ज़्यादा मेहनत नहीं करना. Easily हो जाना चाहिए.
2-minute noodles.
Yes.
This generation
सब कुछ
just
मिल जाए
wants
तुरंत.
things very instantly.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
why instant
Correct.
gratification.
So these are the first 3 points. First one is overeating. Second,
Overindulgence.
over sense gratification. Correct. Third,
Depending on.
over dependence on others' mercy. Fourth point, which Prabhupada says, very nice and very much everyone can connect to. Artificial standards of living. अभी चलिए आप बताइए artificial standards of living में क्या क्या आता है?
नेचर पे नहीं रह रहे हैं.
Okay, comparison. Okay. We are not dependent on nature. Previously, the entire cycle, human cycle, was just based on nature. बारिश होगी, खेती होगी, अनाज मिलेंगे, then yes, we'll be satisfied. But now it's not like that. It's all about exploitation of material nature for one's own need and greed. Yes? Any other practical thing, specific thing you all want to highlight? Artificial standards of living. Show off. केवल show off करना है बस. When we just live our life for that, वो लोग क्या कहेंगे? उनको दिखाना है. I want to do this, I want to wear this, I want to behave like this, I want to drink this, eat this, just to show off. Okay? What else?
Greed, basically, because you're never satisfied. Whatever you get, you want more.
Correct,
more.
correct.
So that's a greed.
Greed. It never stops.
Unlimited desires. Greed.
Correct, correct.
Superficial pleasure, but it's not. You don't feel it inside, but you just.
Yeah, there's a big hype of various things around, right? So even current day youth, they feel that if I don't do this, I'll not be happy. I should do this. Be it a TV series, be it drugs, or be it some premarital relationship or whatever it is. I must do this. Artificial. How about the night shift? What do you say about that? The entire sleep cycle is changed. Entire sleep cycle is changed. And I was talking to few people like that who have this night shift, and they were like, it's miserable. Because सुबह सो नहीं सकते, उतना नींद आता नहीं है, और रात को जब सोना है तो सो नहीं सकते. Life is miserable. Artificial standards of living. So in this way, look at Prabhupada's entire analysis. See, when Prabhupada would write his purports, when he was asked, Swamiji, how do you write these purports? So wonderful. Prabhupada made the statement. He said, Krishna dictates and I pen it down. I write. The reporter was perplexed. He said, means? And one of his disciples, he started explaining. Swamiji means to say that Krishna inspires him from within and he writes. And Prabhupada looked at him angrily and he said, no, Krishna dictates, I write. See, that's how today, just by reading books of Prabhupada, sometimes I've heard just by reading one line or one page, people have become devotees. There was one person, who was, in foreign country. For hours together, he was reading a book on void meditation. Void meditation. And then he was not able to understand the head and tail of it. He got frustrated, he closed the book and he kept it in the shelf. When he was keeping the book in the shelf, one book fell on his head. And he opened that. And the first line said, void meditation in the age of Kali is bogus. And when he read that, he was like, oh, that's amazing. And he read the entire book. And the book was, if I'm not wrong, The Perfection of Yoga or something like that, by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Just by reading that one line, that person became a devotee. He went on to search where is the ISKCON center nearby. He went there, started going to that center, attending sessions. He became a nice devotee. So why Prabhupada's books are so miraculous? I just gave one example. Why it's so miraculous? Because there's a divine connection that is there in these lines which Prabhupada writes. And look at the precision with Prabhupada writes. 4 points and he covers everything. Why Kaliyuga people's lifespan is reducing. So amazing. Overeating, over sense gratification,
Depending
over dependence on others' mercy, and artificial standards of living. Now, someone might say, नहीं, मैं तो ये सब नहीं करता. I think I'll live. I think I'll live for some time. I think I have a good lifespan. Then they give the next quality. Next quality is mandāḥ.
So Alpayu and then Manda.
Alpayu is first one. Second is mandāḥ.
Manda.
Manda basically means lazy.
Manda
I have time. मेरे पास टाइम है, लेकिन ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी और ये भक्ति शक्ति एंड ऑल मजा नहीं आता है सब में. कौन बैठेगा वो सत्संग में, वो टकलू को सुनना है 1 घंटा.
अभी उम्र थोड़ी हुई है.
हाँ, उम्र भी तो नहीं हुई है. उम्र भी तो. So the point, see, this point is very important. As soon as when it comes to spiritual practices, naturally we'll start seeing that, in fact, even for all of us also, we will see some of the other time we'll feel lazy. When it comes to chanting, no, बाद में करते हैं. When it comes to going to satsang, अभी हर Sunday क्या जाना, थोड़ा एक बार, we'll take a break. And then when it comes to some services for the Lord, sometimes we feel lazy. Why? Because it's very natural for a living entity, a human being in the age of Kali, to be lazy when it comes to self-realization, when it comes to spirituality. But even, forget about that, even when it comes to material work, people are lazy. Therefore, when the hiring also happens, people see who are smart. So lazy people are the ones who are smart, who get the work done pataphat, and hook or crook some or the other way. So the point is that in general, people are lazy in the age of Kali, but especially when it comes to spiritual realization, self-realization, very lazy. But when it comes to sense gratification, top level. Always enthusiastic. Always. Every sense of the body craves for sense gratification. और चाहिए मुझे, और चाहिए. I want to do sense gratification. Every cell of the body craves. And we'll see people are naturally enthusiastic. When it comes to going for a party, भले कितना भी थक गए हो सुबह से, शाम को जाएंगे, कुछ भी हो जाए. Yes? But ऐसे सत्संग का ऐसा नहीं होता है. You're tired fully and then someone calls you that today we have Janmashtami festival, please come. And then people are, अरे सुबह से मैं बहुत थक गया हूँ. And then someone calls for, we have a bachelor's party today, please come on. Please come. Oh, why not? I'll be there. I'll be there on time, maybe before time also. See, this is the difference that is there. Yes, this is also there. Our satsang, if a Bhagavatam class gets extended a bit,
10 minutes.
then, Prabhu ji, bas karo, kitna bologe aap? Kitna chapad karte hain aap? Band karo abhi. Obviously, सामने से कोई बोलता नहीं है, स्माइल करते, प्रभु जी बंद कीजिए, अभी बहुत हो गया. So in this way we see that when it comes to people in general, mandāḥ, to understand spiritual subject matters, it's very difficult. I've seen people who have PhDs, who have done literally high qualification. बहुत मुश्किल होता है उनको समझना. It's most hilarious thing. People have done PhD on Bhagavad Gita. And they don't accept Krishna to be supreme. They don't accept chanting is important. They don't do bhakti. बस PhD कर लिए. So one of, I'm sorry not to offend any PhDs here. So one of our seniors was telling, PhD, permanent head damage. On a serious note, when people are very highly qualified materially, don't know what blocks a person's consciousness, they are not able to accept spiritual truths. They feel that they know everything. Yeah, I'll take the questions at the end. Yeah, and they feel they know everything, and it becomes very difficult to open up. It's very difficult to absorb the spiritual truths. And we come across so many people like that. But at the same time, in contrast, we have so many other devotees who are there, other people who are highly qualified, but they are very much inclined towards spirituality also. But they are very few in number. But the majority belongs to this category. Therefore, this word mandāḥ is used, lazy. Very slow in understanding spiritual subject matters. They're just lazy when it comes to understanding spiritual subject matters. Mandāḥ. First quality was Alpayu. Second, mandāḥ. Now let's go to third one. Say someone says that, see, I think I'll live long, and when it comes to me, naturally, inclination hai mere mein. I feel very nice to practice bhakti. Then the next word that Shaunaka Rishi is using, he says, sumanda-matayo. Sumanda-matayo. Yes. He says, okay, manda-mati means kam buddhi. Manda-mati means kam buddhi. Less intelligent. अभी उसको सु ऐड कर दिया उसमें. Sumanda-matayo. Very unintelligent. Manda-mati is unintelligent. Sumanda-mati means very unintelligent. Now you add a very to that. N number of veries to that. So unintelligent, very, very much unintelligent. Now let's try to understand this very important point. It's a very important subject matter. And Prabhupada elaborates on this one word in the purport a lot. He says that there are various reasons for people why they are unintelligent. And because they are unintelligent in this age of Kali, that too much. So naturally they get misguided. And Prabhupada writes a word there. First thing he says, because of bad education system. And I came across a couple of students, and I was trying to understand from them that about the education system, what they are studying and all that. One thing was very astonishing, that how teachers themselves in the school. See, in the Gurukul time, who were teachers? Acharyas, Brahmanas, who themselves would practice and they would teach people. So, Acharya means Achar se prachar karte the. Yes, they would follow, set an example. I came across a very nice quote by one of Prabhupada's disciples. He said that the best gift that you can give is an example. The best gift that you can give is an example. So, previously, Achar was there, along with that Prachar was there. But now anyone and everyone becomes a teacher just to earn some money. And it's so horrifying to note that how many of the teachers nowadays, they have this atheistic conception, atheistic ideas. And they try inculcating the same, in kids around, in the school. And those kids, who are our devotee kids, when they come for our Bhagavatam class, they learn various things. They refute. No, this is not proper. This idea of no God, it's not proper. But teachers are like hell-bent upon that point. No, it is proper. In fact, we went to distribute Bhagavad Gitas to government schools for free. We went to one place and we had some teachers from some NGO. They were doing some service or whatever. But as soon as they understood, so what we did this time was, we collected donations from people. Many of you also gave. And then we handed over to all the students a sheet where we had numbered 1, 2, 3 till 108, and they're supposed to write Hare Krishna Mahamantra 108 times. So the entire idea was that let kids earn their Bhagavad Gita instead of just getting it for free and taking it for granted. So we were distributing those sheets, and one of the teachers, she came there, school teacher, and she was just yelling at us. Like, who gave you permission? What are you doing like this? You're forcing people. This secularism, what are you doing in a secular place like this? You cannot do this. Literally demoniac tendency I could see there. And a lot of things happened after that also. The point is that if teachers behave like this, then what students are going to learn? So Prabhupada says bad education system. Prabhupada also makes a point. You have a department for everything in this world. You have chemistry, physics, and bio, and this and that, and everything. Why don't you have a department to understand what is spirit soul? Prabhupada asked this question when he had a discussion in MIT. He asked this question there. Why there is no department to understand about spirit soul, about spirituality? Why? And here very nicely in Srimad Bhagavatam only, a lot of description is given. See, in this world, people easily subscribe to any philosophy. This is one thing which I am observing nowadays. Easily they just subscribe and easily get misguided. There is one nyaya called Ardha Kukuti Nyaya in Shastra. Nyaya means logic. Ardha Kukuti means half-hen logic. So, a person who was owning a hen, who was taking care of the hen, he started thinking, the front part is investment, the back part is returns. Better I separate the front part from the back part, no investment, only returns. So he cut the hen into two parts. He threw the first part and he felt that the behind part will give me eggs. But guess what? He killed the hen. This is what is called as Ardha Kukuti Nyaya. Means, I'll accept only that part from the Shastra which I feel is correct,
Which suits me.
which suits my situation, for my sense gratification. And the rest of it, I'll say it is not logical. It is not proper. This is called as Ardha Kukuti Nyaya. Therefore, it's very, very important that we understand one thing. People accept only those things which they feel is proper from the Shastra. I remember one of the teachers during my college days. So I started working in the same college as a faculty. So we both became colleagues. Then I was trying to preach to him about Bhagavad Gita. He said, see, I don't believe in this Bhagavad Gita and all. Who knows who wrote that? I said, Vyasdev wrote. He said, who is Vyasdev? Incarnation of the Lord. Who has seen incarnation of the Lord? Then I understood his gone case. Then I told him that, how about karma philosophy? What do you say about karma philosophy? Hey, karma philosophy is logical. I accept karma philosophy. Then I said, karma philosophy is part of Bhagavad Gita. I don't accept Bhagavad Gita. Karma philosophy is okay. This is called as Ardha Kukuti Nyaya. I hope all of you understand what is this. In Srimad Bhagavatam, in 12th canto, 2nd chapter, Shloka 4, it says, Panditye chapalam vachah. In this world, anyone who can very nicely play with words, word jugglery, that person will be called as a Pandita, scholar. If anyone can speak, some question is asked, you can just juggle various words and then you just present it very nicely. My God, क्या आंसर दिया? क्या समझा? कुछ समझा नहीं, लेकिन अच्छा आंसर था. Very nice. But the point here comes, in the age of Kali, the word sumanda-matayo is very important. Very unintelligent. So easily get misguided. So I was hearing one, devotees keep sending me some videos when they get frustrated with some so-called gurus on YouTube. So one video came and a question was asked to this guru. So nowadays there's a lot of talk about the Ayodhya temple opening. So what do you say about this? And that person said that, see, we don't consider Ram as God. He is Maryada Purushottam. A person is disciplined. So if you also become disciplined, you also become Maryada Purushottam. So we are not accepting Ram for he being God, but we are just acknowledging the qualities that he had. मुझे तो ऐसे लग रहा था कि वीडियो के अंदर घुस के एक चमाड़ बजाऊं उसको. How can someone live in front of so many people? I saw that there were good thousands of people sitting, and he's making a statement. And you know what the crowd did? Very nice. So people in general, they just want to hear what they want to hear. In fact, मैं मेरे classes में भी देखा हूँ. इसलिए end में I take reflections, and literally in reflection becomes very clear. People will speak only that what they wanted to hear and what they've absorbed. They'll not hear the important points which I have made. I'll make some 10 points. Prabhuji, 11th point was very good. आपको याद नहीं, लेकिन मुझे याद है. I'm telling you, 11th point was very good. So in this way we see the problem is with people. Why? Sumanda-matayo. And a very nice example I heard. Earth gives various rasas, to the vegetables. If you grow a Karela plant, then you get tikta rasa, that is bitterness. You grow a sugarcane plant, you will get what? Sweetness. So where is this bitterness and sweetness coming from? From the same earth. So they suck in that particular flavor that is there. So here it was said that similarly in the age of Kaliyuga, people just take that part which they feel is proper and they are able to resonate with. Right है, wrong है, उसका importance नहीं है. Another video which another devotee sent to me, and Prabhuji, देखिए क्या बोल रहा है. Now there was another so-called guru. He was sitting in he just got into an auto. And then the auto driver, he started saying, अहो भाग्य, वही आए हैं हमारे ऑटो में बैठने के लिए. Now this he is narrating in an assembly where thousands of people are there, and he said, देखिए, ऑटो वाले को भी इतना बड़ा ज्ञान. Now what he wanted to say was, I am God. I am God. Jnani nahi, I am God. And everyone in the audience, very nice, very nice. Sumanda-matayo. People want to hear such things only. No, I am God, you are God, everyone is God. At one point, one devotee was speaking, one of the senior sannyasi disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and he said that I went and asked that person, one of the saints. So all the disciples were saying, Aap Bhagwan hai, you are God, you are God. So I went and asked him, are you God? So that so-called guru, he said, अभी मैं क्या करूं, मेरे सारे जो शिष्य सभी कहते हैं कि मैं भगवान हूं, अभी मैं उनका मन दुखाना नहीं चाहता. So at that time, this sannyasi told, if they call you dog, you'll accept? फिर उनका मन नहीं दुखाएंगे आप, हैं? So you see, so much of duplicit nature in the age of Kali, my God. Sumanda-matayo, sumanda-matayo. Therefore, Prabhupada writes in the purport to this particular shloka, consequently, in the name of religion, so many sinful acts are being carried on that the people in general have neither peace of mind nor health of body. See, I've read this purport many times. So when I was reading this, for preparing notes for this class, so I could connect with this line specially because a couple of months back I was involved in one mission, I can say, to save one boy who was stuck in a, under a bogus guru's clutches. So what happened is, this who calls himself as guru, he has got some boys with him. Initially and all, he spoke nice Krishna consciousness and this and that. And in the recent past, he got into homosexuality with those boys only. And he calls that as bhakti to them. And to such an extent that he has brainwashed these boys, that he would keep torturing one boy saying that you are not proper, you are not proper, you are not following my instructions properly. I don't know what instruction he was giving. To such an extent that this boy, he put kerosene on his body and burned himself. And then somehow he was saved by other boys who were there. And then his parents were called. His father is a doctor. And then he got to know about me, and then he called me. And then we were having a discussion and he sent me photos. It was horrible. His body is burnt. His face is burnt, body is burnt, backside is burnt. Hospital mein admit tha wo, Agra hospital, somewhere there. And guess what happened after that? This boy recovered and he ran back to the same place. He went back to the same place. Sumanda-matayo. Sumanda-matayo. Very unintelligent. Therefore, when Prabhupada was writing this, see, I'll again read this, then you will be able to understand. Consequently, in the name of religion, so many sinful acts are being carried out on that people in general. Because of this, people in general neither have peace nor health of body. And I could connect with both of it. Therefore, in the age of Kali, this quality, the third quality which Prabhupada has mentioned, this Shaunaka Rishi is telling to Sutta Goswami, Sumanda-matayo, the person might have a long life. Person might not be lazy, he might be active, but kya kare, there are so many bogus gurus around to misguide people. And people don't like straightforward talks. They want to have, beating around the bush, speak only what is goody and all that. Now say someone might say that, okay, he's not misguided, he got the right path. Then Shaunaka Rishi is saying, nahi, ye bhi kafi nahi hai. I'll tell you the fourth quality, he says. First quality was? Alpayu, means? Short-lived. Second? Manda. What does that mean? Lazy. Third? Sumanda-matayo. Low intelligent, easily misguided. Then he says, even if these three are not there, manda-bhāgyā, unlucky. Manda-bhāgyā means unlucky. And here, our acharyas give the commentary and they say, what is unlucky? Now, I have got some life with me. Second, I am not lazy when it comes to practicing bhakti. Third, I am not misguided. I am able to understand things properly. But unfortunately, I don't get sadhu sangha. I don't get the right association to take guidance from. satsang. Right Guru. Very nicely in Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, 2nd chapter, shloka 29. Shukadeva Goswami, he says, Durlabho manusho deho. Maybe you all can repeat after me. Durlabho manusho deho. Dehinam shanabhangurah. Tatrapi durlabham manye. Vaikuntha priyadarshanam. I'm sure all of you will be able to tell the meaning. Durlabho manusho deho. बताइए मतलब. Human form is very rare. Durlabho manusho deho. अभी सुनिए फिर से. Dehinam shanabhangurah. Manusha janam. Or this body, shanabhangura, it's temporary. Anytime. Yes. But then it tatrapi durlabham manye. But I'll tell you something more rare than getting a human form. And the last line says, Vaikuntha priyadarshanam. Those people who are dear to Vaikuntha, that is Vishnu, dear to Vishnu, or Vishnu is dear to them, that is devotees, to get their darshan, to get their association. Oh, it's very rare, it's very rare, it's very rare. Therefore, in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said, Lava matra sadhu sanga sarva siddhi hoy. Lava means 1/12 of a second. If someone gets the association of a sadhu even for that minute time and they take that association seriously, such a person, sarva siddhi hoy, he attains perfection. Perfection of human form, because they accept the instruction of the sadhu seriously. So in this way here it is said that to get that rare association is rare. Therefore it is said that we will not get the right knowledge, and there is the great probability of slipping down to the lower species of life. I'll tell you one graphic analogy, maybe you all can remember this. There are 84 lakh doors. And the person starts, he's blindfolded. Hear this carefully. He's there at one door, door number 1. And he starts counting. अब इसको दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है. He has to just touch the door, touch the door, touch the door and keep counting. And then he counts all that and comes to the last door. He comes to the last door, but what happens is he gets an itch on the body, और itch करते 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 first door पे चला जाता है. And you know what? In that entire room, all the doors were closed. Only that door was open, but बिचारा खुजाते खुजाते चला गया दूसरे जगह पे. And Prahlad Maharaj calls this itching, this khujali, as sense gratification. Now see, just imagine you have a wound, okay, and you're scratching that wound. So khujali ho raha hai, to you're scratching it. So initially you will feel good. It gives some relaxation. But then you scratch it more, then blood will start coming out. So Prahlad Maharaj says, sense gratification is like itch. He says, just tolerate. Just tolerate. If you itch more, you will have to suffer. Therefore, just imagine this human form that we have got is very topmost, the last door, the only door that is open. But उस door पे आने के बाद गिनने के बजाय, बाहर निकलने के बजाय, we start itching and we just forget. It's blindfold है ना? We forget इसको हाथ लगाना था, इधर हाथ लगा, फिर से चालू, 1, 2, 3, 4 and we come to the last door. इसको कहते हैं चक्कर of 84 lakh species. There's a chakkar of 84 lakh species. Therefore, in this way, one thing has to be understood is manda-bhāgyā. Unlucky, not getting association of the right sadhus, not getting the right direction. So we miss the opportunity. So Shaunaka Rishi is saying, Sutta Goswami, manda-bhāgyā, kya kare? Now see, someone might say, nahi, see, I'm going to live long. I'm not lazy. I'm inclined to practice bhakti. And at the same time, I've got association of sadhu. मैं सत्संग अटेंड करता हूँ. Regularly I go for सत्संग. नहीं है तो मैं YouTube खोल के देखता हूँ, but मैं regularly देखता हूँ. But then Shaunaka Rishi is telling, upadrutāḥ. Upadrutāḥ means disturbed. So Shaunaka Rishi is saying, Kaliyuga में लोग बैठेंगे सत्संग में, but ध्यान नहीं दे पाएंगे. They'll not be able to pay attention. Why? Because of upadrutāḥ, the last quality. And the last quality is disturbed. I'll ask a simple question to all of you. Chanchal man. So, frankly tell me, when I'm speaking, how many of you are disturbed due to whatever reasons, X reasons? How many of you are disturbed? Some thoughts within going on. Kabhi Prabhuji end karenge class ko. When will I go out from here? When will I get some sleep? See, naturally, there are disturbances in the age of Kali either because of this body. We cannot sit for long. So I continue this class for next 3 hours. अभी सब लोग बोलेंगे प्रभु हम बैठेंगे आप बैठेंगे लेकिन सोएंगे because see this body cannot take. After some time I've seen everyone keeps dancing like this. लोग बोलते प्रभु आप तो सोफा पे बैठ गए 2 तकिया रख के हमें नीचे बिठा दिया yes so आप तो बैठ गए अच्छे से. We cannot. This first, physically capacity is less. Our body disturbs us. And along with that, see, it's not that our body remains healthy all the time. While coming in the car, we were discussing that every now and then some pain will be there in the body. कभी सिर दुखेगा तो कभी दांत दुखेगा कभी पैर घुटने दुखेंगे कभी हाथ दुखेंगे कभी पेट दुखेगा. Some or the other pain will be there in the body. And because of that pain, naturally the person gets disturbed. See, the entire body is good, but only there is a little pain in one eye, say. But entire body is good. But the mind will always point to that eye. Dukh raha hai, dukh raha hai, dukh raha hai. Forget about those things. After food, when we eat that soft, fennel seeds. So when there is one fiber that gets stuck in the tooth, the entire consciousness of the body is only here. उसको निकालना है कैसे वो जीभ बार बार वहीं जाएगा and then somehow it wants to get it out. This called as upadrutāḥ, disturbed. I'm still talking about the gross body. Yeah? Think about subtle body now. How much subtle body is disturbed all the time because of whatever reasons? See, till date, we have got so many samskaras in our life. क्या-क्या देखे हैं हम, क्या-क्या सुने हैं, what all things we have tasted, what all things we have smelled. All that samskaras are there here in the mind. And because of that, when we are sitting for a satsang and as soon as the speaker speaks some topic which is connecting to that samskar, turant the mind will take you there. और जब सब हंसने लग जाते हैं हाँ क्या हुआ क्या बोले प्रभु जी क्या बोले you see upadrutāḥ, disturbed in various ways, disturbed. So this is regarding mind. अभी अपना body छोड़िए. There are people around who are there to disturb us. Now say something happens to some family member in the house. Everyone in the family will get disturbed. Everyone. Any family member, any disease or any death or whatever, everyone get disturbed. And when it comes to other responsibilities that people have in this world, Shanti se baith ke satsang mein, we cannot hear also at times. Say we have got a very pressing project delivery that is there, say next day. And that's just there, hovering on the mind. I have to do this, I have to deliver this, etc., etc., etc. So this is called as upadrutāḥ. I would like to directly read from Prabhupada's purport. Prabhupada says, hear this carefully. In this age, men are victims not only of different political creeds and parties, but also of many different types of sense gratificatory diversions, such as first, cinemas, second, sports, third, gambling, fourth, clubs, fifth, mundane libraries, sixth, bad association, smoking, drinking, cheating, and so on. See, in the previous time, in the Vedic times, we didn't have this box, we didn't have this TV, yes, we didn't have this smartphone. Now, when we're sitting for chanting and say your smartphone is there in front of you, one ting, one blink, one small LED that blinks and it spoils the consciousness of the person. Abhi, just one question, when you're chanting, you're taking the beads and then you're closing your eyes and ting, and then you open your eye and there's a LED that is blinking. अब बताइए मुझे कि अभी 1 घंटा अगर आपने नहीं देखा WhatsApp मैसेज या whatever text मैसेज या whatever, कुछ होगा दुनिया में, मतलब प्रलय होने वाला है क्या? But still the mind will tell, see what is that? It is important. It is important. फिर खोलेंगे फिर गया उसमें आधा घंटा चला जाता है. उpadrutāḥ. upadrutāḥ. When we see outside things around, either people disturb or things disturb, that's what Prabhupada is saying here. Men are no longer interested in spiritual values. At least when we went out for book distribution in this month, last month of December, we found many people like that. भगवद गीता नहीं ये नहीं चाहिए. हम खुद की भगवद गीता लिखेंगे. हम 19 चैप्टर लिखेंगे. कौन ये भगवद गीता सब वेद बांटिए. एंड सम पीपल आर सो, मतलब खुद तो पढ़ेंगे नहीं, फिर आके बोलते हैं ये भगवद गीता रास्ते पे लेके आ गए आप लोग, दिमाग खराब है क्या आप लोग का? Can you imagine? These people so stupid. The volunteers, after coming back from the office, they are putting a table, putting books on that, standing there in their office attire only. And उसमें आके कोई प्रवचन दे रहा है. भगवद गीता रास्ते पे लेके आ गए आप लोग. भगवद गीता तो लाल कपड़े में अच्छे से बांध के ऊपर टांगना होता है. और बॉयज डिड वन ड्रामा, तो उसमें बता रहे थे अच्छे से ऐसे बांधना चाहिए कि कहीं से भी खुलना नहीं चाहिए, कुछ भी दिखना नहीं चाहिए. और ऐसे जगह पे टांगना चाहिए कि हाथ भी ना पहुंचे, तो केवल देखना है और प्रणाम करना है बस. और आप लोग रास्ते पे ले आ गए. See, so that's the point. Men are no longer interested in spiritual values और ज्ञान बढ़ा देते हैं लोग. Material sense gratification is now the standard of civilization. The one who can do best sense gratification, oh, he is liked by people around. मस्त है एकदम, हमेशा sense gratification. Very nice. But spiritual people will not like such people. They'll keep safe distance from such people. And then Prabhupada writes, for maintenance of such material civilization, man has formed complex nations and communities, and there is a constant strain of hot and cold wars between different groups. It has become very difficult, therefore, to raise the spiritual standard due to the present distorted values of human society. Look at this. No? So, whatever happens around, disturbance to hona hi hai hame. It's very difficult. I'm sure all of us might notice this point. Be it our chanting of rounds, whatever few rounds we chant, be it reading of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, or be it sitting in a discourse and hearing from Bhagavatam, to focus completely 100%, every second, every word, every alphabet that the speaker is speaking is very difficult. Very difficult. So these are the 5 qualities which Shaunaka Rishi is saying that हमारा कुछ नहीं हो सकता. You only tell what is the absolute and the right thing that a human being in the age of Kaliyuga should do. What are the 5 qualities? First, Alpayu means short-lived. Second, Manda, that is lazy. Third, sumanda-matayo. Yes, that is misguided or less intelligent. And then manda-bhāgyā, unlucky means, what is unlucky? No sadhu sangha, no association. Yes, and the 5th one, upadrutāḥ means disturbed, restless mind, disturbed. Therefore, Shaunaka Rishi is asking Suta Goswami, please tell from the Shastra, what is the absolute thing and the ultimate good for people in general? Because people cannot get into Shastric study, they cannot do all this. You tell directly. And in 1st canto, 2nd chapter, shloka number 6, Suta Goswami, he gives the ultimate solution. Please repeat everyone. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje ahituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. So to answer this first question, the 6th question asked, I just told the first question. What is the ultimate good for people in general? And the answer given is this. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yatho bhaktir adhokshaje. The topmost occupational duty of a person in the age of Kali should be yato bhaktir adhokshaje, bhakti of Lord Krishna. Now the question comes, how we should do that bhakti? Ahituki apratihata. Without any motivation, without any interruption. I don't have any motive when I'm worshipping the Lord. I don't have any motive when I'm chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Without any interruption, I don't have any breaks in my practice of devotional service. Now say someone asks, but what will I get by doing that? Yayatma suprasidati. complete satisfaction. Suprasidati. Prasidati means satisfaction. Suprasidati means complete satisfaction. Therefore, when we analyze our situation, all of us sitting here, as of now, all our bodies are working fine. And we are not that lazy also कि हम बेड से उठ के ना आए सत्संग में. We are okay. We are interested. And then when it comes to being misguided, no, we have proper guidance from the Shastra. When it comes to the next one, sumanda-matayo, manda-bhāgyā, we have association of devotees. Upadrutāḥ, disturbance hai, but by Lord's mercy, utna zyada bhi disturbance nahi hai, as of now. It's not that there's a world war going on and we have satsang going on and there's a bomb blast happening there. No. So currently the situation is the best situation to practice bhakti. To get complete satisfaction. There is no other solution. Therefore, Srila Rupa Goswami in Upadeshamrita, he says, he gives us 6 principles for the growth in devotional service. Please repeat. Utsahan nishchayat dhairya tat karma pravartana sangatyago sato vrittehe Shadabir bhakti prasidhyati. Shadabir bhakti prasidhyati. By doing these 6 limbs, by doing these 6 elements, one's bhakti will enhance. Now I'm going to speak about, I'll translate word by word. You have to tell me, out of the 5 qualities, which one will be counteracted by this particular element of bhakti that Rupa Goswami is talking about. Ready everyone? समझे ना क्या कह रहा हूँ? So I'll translate. What do you mean by utsaha, nishchaya, dhairya? And then you have to tell me out of that, alpayu, manda, sumanda-matayo, manda-bhāgyā, upadrutāḥ. So which one will counteract? Which one will get counteracted by these 6? First one is utsaha. Rupa Goswami is saying one has to be enthusiastic in devotional service. So by enthusiastic devotional service, what will get counteracted? Laziness, mandāḥ. Very nice, mandāḥ. Nishchayat means endeavoring with confidence and having complete faith in the Vedic scriptures. Sumanda-matayo, okay. So when it comes to getting misguided, we'll not get misguided because we have complete conviction on the Vedic scriptures. So we'll not get misguided. Dhairyat. Dhairyat means patience.
The last one, restless.
Amazing. So normally we become restless when we are not patient about the result that we want to get. Kabhi milega, abhi kya hoga, etc., etc. So upadrutāḥ, yes. And then the next one, utsaha, nishchaya, dhairya, tat karma pravartanat. That is practicing the regulative principles of bhakti, shravanam, kirtanam, vishnu smaranam. So doing all these angas of bhakti, that is called as tat karma pravartanat. बोलिए अभी इससे क्या कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होगा? Okay, manda-bhāgyā, accepted. Because when we practice devotional service, we have the association of devotees. If we are sincere, sometimes people ask that how can I get a bona fide guru? Prabhupada writes the answer in the purport. He says, anyone who is sincere in his desires and endeavors, Krishna will send a bona fide guru in that person's life. So sincere practice of bhakti, tat karma pravartanat should be there. Okay, next is Sanga Tyaga, give up the materialistic association. Okay, alpayu, no, we can have that because of that, one of the 4 points was over sense gratification, overeating, that can be avoided. Sumanda-matayo also. Sumanda-matayo, so will not get misguided.
Disciplined life will also.
Correct. Accepted. Yes, accepted. And then the last one, sato vrittehe, means following in the footsteps of previous acharyas. So we completed alpayu, manda, sumanda-matayo, manda-bhāgyā, upadrutāḥ. तो अभी आएगा, ये 5 में से आएगा कुछ. Following in the footsteps of previous acharyas. What will happen if we follow in the footsteps of previous acharyas? We will not get misguided. Simple. So in this way, we see that how wonderfully, technically it is given what are the problems that we have. Technically it is given what is the solution also. Therefore, the thing that all of us have to do and remind ourselves is, actually life is short. Kabhi kaun tapak jaye pata nahi. Therefore, the important thing is, somehow or the other, we have to make sure we seriously and sincerely practice bhakti. Other things will fall in place. So, thank you very much. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.